of winter, but definitely feeling more like spring. Take a look. Yesterday, highs were 15 to even 35 degrees above normal for the central part of the country, and we had about 14 record highs. Meanwhile, in the northeast, temperatures were as much as 20 degrees below the norm, and we've cut back somewhat on the cold temperatures here. As you can see, 8 now in Caribou, so pretty chilly there. Burlington, Vermont, 24 with snow showers. Boston is 30 flurries across Wisconsin, and a couple of showers in central Illinois, but that's about it in the east. Pretty quiet day after kind of a stormy weekend. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite picture. We'll put this into motion. Actually, this is a still shot showing you the clear skies from New England and down to the southeast. We still have some clouds in Georgia and some sprinkles reported around Savannah, maybe the islands off Georgia. Then we'll check the west out, and once again, looks like more of the same. Real quiet, sunny, should be warm in the southwest, and if they keep the clouds out over Denver, it looks like they may hit some record highs later today. That'll be nice and warm here while cool in the east. Northwest, with all the clouds around, a couple spots of showers here and there, chances are they will not be that warm, but the rain has been pretty spotty this morning. You can see just a couple spots of green on the map from around Hoquiam and Washington to Portland, Oregon, putting some light rain. Actually, not a lot of rain to look at in the east either. We have a little bit of rain and snow over Wisconsin and Illinois. We can jump in a little closer. Now reporting snow from La Crosse to Milwaukee and Green Bay, reporting snow flurries. Then in Illinois, warm enough up in Florida, maybe the Gulf Coast of Texas as well. And then our snow works its way eastward, so maybe Michigan will pick up some light snow or some snow flurries. Meanwhile, our disturbance in the Rockies would be producing some showers and thunderstorms today and possibly tomorrow as well, especially during the later afternoon hours. And then it starts to get organized and rolls its way out into the plains. As it does tomorrow afternoon in Texas, we may start to see some thunderstorms, beginning of a reason for the heat out west, of course, is this big ridge of high pressure. It's sort of been sitting there most of the summer. Very dry conditions. It ushers all of the storm systems on up into Canada, and they don't have much in the way of rain in the forecast. Meanwhile, the east sees cooler weather on the way in, and it looks like it's going to get firmly entrenched by Thursday. Bit of a change coming in by the weekend. By Sunday, you notice here's that trough and the next storm system pulling down the jet stream just a little bit. Let's go ahead and take it day by day, and we'll show you exactly what we're expecting. This frontal system is the leading edge of the cooler air. It's going to make its way all the way down to the Dixie states, which is great news for them, but further to the north, not only rather cool tomorrow for this time of year, 60s and 70s, looks like you may wake up to a little bit of light rain here. Best chance of thunderstorms, of course, to be along that front to the south, especially in the Dixie states. Scattered showers. Monsoonal moisture is pretty low at this point, just a few scattered showers and thunderstorms with hardly any rain with them, and hopefully not too much in the way of lightning, because that could just cause additional problems there. 2 to 4 inches of rain possible from Texas to Louisiana, especially right along the Gulf Coast. Now through the Carolinas, could get some heavy rain in the next 12 to 20. We have severe storms still raking the northeast coastline. We'll get a look at those on radars coming up shortly, and we're also going to give you the detailed forecast for Wednesday. That's coming up next. Washington and Norfolk, it looks like by afternoon, mainly sunny skies. The storms should be over and done with in a few more hours this evening. Lower humidity, real nice. New York City, 80 degrees, and Washington, 83. Notice a little bit of light rain coming in around Detroit. Give it till Thursday or Friday, and we may have another chance at least of some lighter rain in the northeast. Meanwhile, we take you south, and already the and further to the north of Tampa, a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms popping up. So far, only one watch has been issued by the National Severe Storms Forecast Center, and this is extreme eastern Colorado, Kansas, up into Nebraska until 9 o'clock Mountain Time or 10 o'clock Central Time. Go ahead and take a look at the national radar first off, and this shows us that there's a lot of rain out there, flashing lights. That indicates where the stronger thunderstorms are, and a lot of heavier rain. Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas as well. Now, yesterday, West Texas really got soaked for hours on end. They cleared out about noontime today, and the rain shifting on further to the east now. And there's some of those thunderstorms you can see popping up in Florida. So let's get a look at a few specific locations. First one into Colorado. You can see the thunderstorms developing. Now, this is our watch area. So it's now exiting, working its way on into Minnesota, and you can expect some heavy rains through the evening hours. You don't travel too far, though. Now, in Texas, yesterday, the heaviest rains were in the western half of the state. Now they've moved to the east, but Abilene, in the meantime, let's take you further to the south, and we'll pop, wrong, the rest of the Midwest. This is what we're looking at. The heavier rains, sort of a steady rain to the north, and then down away east or northeast, and they could see some heavy rains. Now further to the south, I think we can go, there you go, into Texas. Now back here, ABI, that's Abilene, so they're in the clear for the moment. Heavy heavy rains working their way through Longview to Lufkin over to Shreveport. Possibility of severe weather, gusty winds, and a lot of heavy rain through most of the state of Louisiana. And then out to California we go, and for a change now, they're getting a bit of rain along the coastal range and thunderstorms.
Now, your local forecast, accurate and dependable from the Weather Channel.
Well, we check on this evening's weather on this first day of September. Looks like what most people think of as a summer month. We are coming up on midweek, and it's about time for a warm-up in the northeast. It looks like it's going to start real gradually. Boston will be 15 tomorrow morning. New York City 20, which looks much better than this morning's low of 7 degrees. Wind chills in most locations now are above freezing, although Caribou's actual temperature tomorrow morning may be around 4 degrees below zero, warming up to 24. Another Clifton, it may be sticking around through the end of the work week and into the weekend. So things getting worse here. Enjoy the sunshine while you have it. In the northern plains, typical afternoon highs this time of year are in the teens and in Nebraska, and then snow. And the Black Hills could see as much as 5 inches of snow, and even more than that through the Rockies. 5 to 10 inches possible in Colorado before this storm system moves out. And it looks like we will have some lingering snow there tomorrow. Here's the next system coming ashore along the coast Wednesday with some rain. Winter to come, and they've definitely been feeling that as of late. Here's Dave to tell you more about it. Looks like not agreeing with Punxsutawney Phil, so we'll see what happens. But definitely today, we were on the high side of the scale with temperatures in the northern plains in the 30s and 40s. 111 in Phoenix. That's about where they were yesterday. Things pretty quiet right now. We just have a couple of showers or thunder showers down around Richmond and some big storms off the coast. So they clipped Cape Hatteras and are moving off to the northeast. So it looks like we'll probably still have a few more showers around through the afternoon. Down around Columbia to Charleston, showers around Savannah and St. Simon's Island. Looks like a pretty foggy day. Not Gulf weather and not beach weather, at least not at this point. And with the front right there, chances are it's going to stay kind of stormy. Again, this is an area outlined for the threat of severe weather, but Atlanta is dry. That is pretty rare in July this year. From Jacksonville to Gainesville, we have thunder showers, and then a couple of stray cells down around Tampa. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Pasco County. With this cell, it's moving slowly to the east at about 15 miles per hour. Reports of trees and power lines down with us, even damage to a home. And if you're traveling down Interstate, but we do have a line of strong thunderstorms now coming through New York City, heading towards Long Island Sound. Some rough weather can be expected here. And we also have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for eastern North Carolina, and that would include the Sounds and the Outer Banks. So strong wind gusts expected here, and of course a lot of lightning and rain. Looks kind of cloudy today, although we're hoping to get a little bit more sunshine in here as the line of storms is in a pretty narrow band, starts to approach the coast. Texas, we're looking at a lot of sunshine and real comfortable weather today. It won't be escape to the lake weather, but certainly you'll have enough sunshine for that. Along the coast, of course, in Florida, you'll have some thunderstorms again today. Away from thunderstorms, wind shouldn't be a real problem, but there is a special marine advisory out from Swanee River down to the mouth of Tampa Bay, as we have a lot of thunderstorms actually to the immediate East Coast. Take a look at our national radar. We'll put it on into motion for you, and you'll be able to see the showers and thunderstorms riding up along the coast, very slowly moving out. It won't ever make a real clean sweep, but some spots that have had such wet weather this summer, like Atlanta, Georgia, sun is back out, and we think may stay dry all day today. Tomorrow and even the weekend look fairly dry, something that we haven't got much of this summer so far. So at this time as well. We may see another 2, 3, 4 inches of rain possible through here before this storm system moves out. Again, that'll be tomorrow. So give it a few more hours and hopefully things will begin to wind down. To the north, kind of gray up here. We've had a little bit more rain in the past couple of hours here in central Pennsylvania. It seems that has faded away. But even though the rain is in a small area, really from around Virginia to North Carolina, the clouds are anywhere from southern New England all the way back down to Texas, and they're kind of getting mixed in with the clouds coming up with Tropical Storm Rosa. So looks like it's going to take a while for the clouds to clear out, even after our storm moves off the coast. So Saturday may still be a little gray out there in the east. Hang in there, improvements expected thereafter. A little slow improvement here in the east. Now in the west, again, we have several things coming together to make for a big snowstorm and a fair amount of rain the next 24 to 48 hours. And we have low pressure here. A couple different spots of rain. Boise reporting rain this afternoon. Area
now. Your local forecast, accurate and dependable from the Weather Channel.
Not just going to be in the 20s, or probably low 30s by the time the parade starts, but have that west wind blowing, so it's going to feel pretty cold out through there. We are expecting sunshine, however. If we get the snow, out it goes. We're looking at a brighter day tomorrow, 38 in Albany, Roanoke, 54 degrees, Washington, 50, take you down south, and 20s and 30s to start the day. Atlanta, you're probably going to stay above freezing, but the outlying suburbs will drop below freezing. A nice warm-up tomorrow afternoon. Should be probably a little bit warmer as we hit Friday and Saturday, so hang in there. 31 in Chicago tomorrow, but again, sunshine, so still looks pretty good all throughout the east. What's going on in the west? Well, of course, we have more stormy weather on the way in. Next front comes ashore tomorrow afternoon, more rain and some heavy snow expected. Some localized river flooding. So that is a definite concern. Colorado, Utah, Sierra had just so much snow this year, and it looks like that's going to begin to melt this week. Let's check on current temperatures. It is 77 right now in Reno. Now we're beginning to see those 100s in the desert southwest. 101 right now in Las Vegas. 103 in Phoenix. And by the way, that is not unusual for this time of year. Your typical high is 101, so we're pretty close here. A little bit above normal. Meanwhile, in the east, 70, 76 Atlanta, very nice. Raleigh-Durham is 73, and Washington, D.C., a nice day for lunch or a little walk in the park outside. 70 degrees out there right now. A little bit damp in that area, but looks even better for tomorrow. Now, we don't have a whole lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so this is the other big change from last week. Temperatures have dropped off, about 20, 25 degrees in the east, and the humidity has moved out with the front, just kind of pushing it all out to sea. It will gradually return, so will the heat, so enjoy it while you have it. Here's our front that caused a lot of severe weather over the past few days. Still a little rain, actually a few thunderstorms earlier today in South Florida, but tomorrow should be pretty nice. Meanwhile, here in the west, here comes that next storm system. It does look like a pretty wet week ahead for you. This is just the beginning. Seattle, Portland, Salem, and Eugene all reporting some rain in the past few hours, and we think that'll start to spread down the coastline as that big trough digs out. We'll see more showers and relatively cool weather. And you can see right at the moment as we check the satellite picture of that, we have the clouds here to the north, still nice and sunny. Again, that will be changing. Let's check our forecast and we'll show you how it all comes together. Wednesday, all the way up to Erie, Pennsylvania, overnight tonight, going back into the 80s. More widespread 90s all the way up to about Richmond, Virginia. Then the 100s start to show up in the center of the map here on Friday. 110 in the southwest, of course. This is going to be a bona fide heat wave. Our second weekend in July will be a hot one, maybe one of the hottest of the summer. So get prepared to maybe head out to the lake. It'll be a good place to be. Next weekend, hottest in the place of 90s going all the way up to the Canadian border. The east will be a little in what we call, of course, the known Death Valley area. Jill Brown, good morning, and how are you? Good morning, Lisa. You hear about Death Valley, you hear about those July days when the temperature gets up to 125, sometimes 128, and you wonder, why do people live here? And a few do, but I think we found out why. If you look behind me, nothing really for miles around, very little of civilization in this 3.3 million acre national park. About 200 people live. There's only really one town. It's called Furnace Creek, and they used to close up shop in the summertime, but now they stay open year-round because of the tourists. And if you are one of the million tourists that are thinking about coming to Death Valley, let us give you a little bit of advice. Best thing to do is get up about this time of day. Best time is first thing in the morning. Well, Lisa, again today the forecast highs around 110, 112. That's where it's been the last couple of days, and we'll be showing you some scenes from around Death Valley. Behind me right now is the Harmony Borax mine, obviously a deserted mine. Turns out while a lot of people came to Death Valley originally to mine gold, a lot more people made more money mining things like borax, and they were only doing that in the wintertime. So even back then they knew well enough to get out of the heat in the summertime, which a lot of folks don't know now. Apparently in the summer they get thousands of visitors coming in. They want to be here at the hottest time of year and the hottest place in the U.S. I don't get it. We have been drinking a lot of water. They suggested yesterday when we were going to be out at Badwater that we take 2 gallons of water per person, and today we will be at Zabriskie Point a little bit later this afternoon. You can lose as much as a quart of water an hour. So we're drinking it down, the big hat, the sunglasses, and plenty of suntan lotion, and we've been faring okay here in May. In July, it would definitely be a little more difficult. Well, the sun's just starting to come up, Lisa. It is 80 degrees. Exactly really the same as it was yesterday at this time. When that sun comes over those mountains in the next hour, it'll pop up 10 degrees probably in about an hour's time. So before you know it, it's 90, and you really feel it when that sun comes over the mountains.
To us live this morning from Death Valley, California. And Jill, it may be a warm time, it may be a hot place, but I understand there is some wildlife around, and you've seen some of that early this morning.
That's right, Will. We've already seen 2 coyotes come by this morning. I'm sorry that you missed them both, but we'll kind of keep an eye out, so maybe we'll see something else. We are standing in front of the Old Harmony Borax mine. A lot of deserted mines around here. You knew it had to be something very enticing to get people to come to this. Well, we had a nice weekend in the tri-state area, and Monday not so bad. However, I don't know if you're going to like the weather that we have coming up for the next few days. Let's take a look at our almanac page. High this time of year normally 68 degrees, normal low 49. Well, today we got up to the 60-degree mark, so it wasn't that bad. Not as warm as over the weekend, and now we're on the downhill slide. No precipitation today. Record highs set back in 1965, 90 degrees. Record low back in 1873 was 37. Right now in Central Park it's 58. Winds are from the north at 10 miles per hour, and it's cloudy. Actually started off pretty sunny today, and then the clouds rolled in. Here's how it looks across the rest of the region. Maybe a couple of spots where the clouds are kind of thin and you might be seeing some sunshine, especially here in Connecticut. Bridgeport 55 right now, Islip 56. Around the city, actually temperatures are very uniform across the region. 56 in JFK, 55 Teterboro, Morristown, and Newark. Up in Newburgh, slightly cooler, 53 degrees. Take a look at that satellite picture, and you can area of low pressure spinning along, making its way to the east. Days to come, temperatures in the east, that is, are taking the downhill slide. These are the 24-hour temperature change. So in Boston, it is now 20 degrees cooler than it was yesterday at this time. Pittsburgh, 17 degrees cooler. Cincinnati, 18 degrees cooler. And this is just the beginning of things to come. It's going to get colder and colder. Probably either Wednesday or Thursday, our coldest day of the work week. Meanwhile, out west, temperatures running pretty close actually to what they were yesterday. Maybe a little warmer in some spots. Along the coast, just a little cooler. So no big changes as of yet. They've had warm temperatures for about the past week, and it looks like this week it's going to be another very warm week for the west. So far, 94 feet below that place. From a distance, this looks like water, but as you get a little closer, you think it's sand. But upon close inspection, turns out this is just a sea of salt. Warren County, you do have a severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like that's just entering the county at this time. Around Youngstown, well, it looks like those thunderstorms are already on their way out, heading east of town, but watch this next line as it comes down to Cleveland and heads over. It looks like you'll probably see another round in Youngstown. Cleveland, you already have reports of up to 1 inch rain very often, that's for sure. So, looks good out here. Right now, actually, under the clear, as we mentioned. Next front coming aboard has brought some light snow and rain today. Problem is, we have another one coming in behind it. Well, the question is that a problem for you? Well, it is if you are having to do some traveling. It doesn't look like you're going to be seeing very dry conditions. If the next storm system comes in quickly behind this one, we should be looking at basically some problems here with more snow on the way in. And eventually that will come down to the Sierra Nevada and then work its way out into the Rockies. So a little more snow for the west in the next few days to come. And if you're headed for the slopes this holiday weekend, or if you're expecting winter weather soon, you need to know some of the essential tools for travel in the snow. Here's Bruce Edwards. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Jill Brown here with Bill Keneally. We have had more and more severe weather through the afternoon, and so much heavy rain, especially around Pittsburgh. Flooding now is occurring.
Yeah, heavy rain in Pittsburgh, and now some heavy rain, and the chances are there of a couple of tornadoes as well. West side of Washington, Jill, we have a tornado warning in effect until 4:45 for southern Loudoun and northern Fauquier County. So this is pretty much due west of downtown D.C., near Interstate 66.
I was just noticing they had a special report saying that line of storm should go through between 4 and 6 p.m. That's timing on that.
Tell you what, I'll give you a little hint. There's no timing good for a rush hour in Washington, D.C. Believe me, it can be dry as a bone. 495, good luck. All right, let's talk about what happened yesterday in Michigan. Take you up around Lapeer.
It will be a problem again across the southern half of the United States. It was a scorcher. Slight change, but not much better. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at our actual temperatures, there we go, 100 in Phoenix, and these 90s here in the southeast, even upper 90s on Raleigh, 97, are going to feel much warmer when you factor in the humidity. This is getting unbearable. 107 is the heat index in Raleigh, 106 Charleston, 101 Atlanta, and that 102, I believe, is Panama City. So just take it a little bit easy the next few days. We do expect to get some relief from the heat as this front goes a little bit farther to the south and we get a little bit more rain. So good news there. This front coming into the west is definitely bringing some cool weather with it. Behind it, scattered showers are in the forecast, even down into California. Not much going on yet, but within the next few days, actually right through, I think, Friday, we have rain in the forecast here, which is very unusual in June. You can tell showers as it pushes to the south. We should see a little break from the heat. So scattered showers now from Seattle down through Portland, down through Salem, a little bit of wet weather. Actually, we think that the area all the way up into Tennessee, we're going to have to watch this whole area, and really all the way down to Savannah for thunderstorms over the next 2 weeks. So it'll be a busy time. Up around Nashville, it hasn't been quite as hot as it has been a little bit farther down towards the Huntsville area, so give it about a half hour and then keep a close eye on the sky because some pretty big thunderstorms coming through. Here's where we've had the heaviest rain, though. Looks like it's a slightly smaller area than earlier, but still a pretty solid mass of rain that we've had in this area for about 24 hours. So we're talking about some pretty heavy rain. A weak front has come down into Texas. That's producing a little bit of rain. Actually, the stronger thunderstorms now are on over into Lee County and parts of New Mexico, more scattered thunderstorms. But thunderstorms that were north of Oklahoma City kind of died out. So not a real busy day with the thunderstorms, but busy enough if you're out in the plains that you'll see thunderstorms today and again tomorrow. Let's take a look at the forecast and we'll show you why. Here's the problem. We have this stationary heavy rain today and possibly some hail with these thunderstorms, so we'll be looking for that. Areas that we think you might see severe weather, not Florida, doesn't look too bad today, but with that area of low pressure and the heavy rains, also severe weather here, and then from Wyoming to Colorado and western Nebraska as well. As a matter of fact, there is a tornado watch in effect, including Cheyenne, including Denver, where the International Youth Rally is today, and they had outdoor activities. They've had thunder showers. So thunder shower in Denver right at the moment. The big thunderstorm is southeast of there. You can see it right through here. This one produced quarter-size hail in the town of Kiowa in Elbert County. So still the possibility of severe weather as this one heads off to the north and east, and there may be more developing in behind that. Here's how it looks on the current map. This area of low pressure